afternoon. How was that entrance?
Not as planned.
It was great, Tommy. We'd just like to welcome everybody here. This is my favorite day of the year. So we always have so much fun at graduation. I have had an amazing year. I've had the pleasure of being the Project Search Business Liaison for a few years now. That's a job I will never give up. It wasn't mine, but we had a gap in a manager, and I decided I wanted to keep them, so they're my team now. But interns, we are so proud of you. It has been so fun getting to know you, and we can't wait to hear your presentations today. I am going to turn it over to Drew Burrichter for our opening blessing.
Just riding the wave of applause, I think, there on that one. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Drew Burrichter. I'm the Vice President for Mission here in Richmond, and it's a pleasure to be with you. Like Tara, I couldn't be happier to be at this celebration of our Project Search graduates. So congratulations on that. This event and Project Search distills much of my own personal convictions around our work as a ministry. Project Search and this extraordinary leadership team that surrounds them with leadership and care that we see all the time reminds us all of our dependence on one another. No one succeeds in life, in healthcare for sure, without the support of a team. Teamwork is essential to us, and it's essential to the Project Search team, the intern staff model, and the interns and staff model this so well for us. So I just want to offer a brief reflection on going into deeper waters. These graduates, our graduates, accepted a challenge and have inspired all of us not to accept complacency. There's a story in the Gospel of Luke that captures our dependence on God and the benefits for those who trust and go into deeper waters. Those who challenge themselves to overcome adversity. Luke writes that one morning, after Simon Peter, James, and John were fishing, and they worked all night long, it says, they caught nothing. They were fishermen and they caught nothing. And as they were coming back, exhausted, a little burdened with their lack of success, they met Jesus on the shore. And he said, turn around, go back out into deeper waters and throw the nets off the other side. So if you can imagine, they hear that. They're thinking, we were out there all night long. What are you telling us to do this? But they didn't do that, right? They didn't say no. They said yes. And they accepted it. And they went out into the deeper waters. They threw the net over the other side, and their boat was filled with fish. Their success was abundant. They had fish almost falling out of the boat as they came back to shore. So at the beginning of this extraordinary year, each of our 5 graduates, accepted an invitation to put out into deeper waters. In your work with Project Search, you chose to explore those deeper waters, seeking more knowledge, more discipline, more skills, and more understanding of what it means to be an adult in the world. And this is a lesson that's important for all of us. As a Catholic health ministry, our work as ministry frames our understanding of the daily encounter we have with God in our patients, with their families, and with one another. We see God in all things. Your acceptance, our graduates' acceptance of the challenge of Project Search is a reminder to all of us to go into deeper waters, to challenge ourselves with eyes firmly set on our God. So let us pray. Lord God, thank you for the gift of today. Thank you for the gift that Project Search is to these interns, our graduates, and that they are to us at St. Mary's Hospital. In them, we see your goodness and the beauty of diversity in our world. Bless this time together as we celebrate their achievements and recognize everyone involved in this good work. Amen.
Amen.
Now I'd like to invite Brian Lee for a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Lee, and I'm the president here at St. Mary's. This is the third year I've had the opportunity to welcome our Project Search class, and without question, you had the best entry, so I really appreciate the energy coming in today. And we might need to replicate that for some of our other meetings, so thank you for that. I also, looking at the photos of each of you as we were waiting, it served as a good reminder. I'm always enjoy when I'm around in the hospital and I see our Project Search students that are, whether it's in labor and delivery or one of the units or even out in the hallways, again, energy is what stands out, and everyone feels it. Our team appreciates it, our patients appreciate what you do, our visitors appreciate what you do, and so just thank you for choosing St. Mary's. Yeah, thank you. I also want to acknowledge, in addition to our Project Search graduates here, some of our partners, so Henrico County Public Schools, VCU Rehab and Research and Training Center, and also the Virginia Department of Aging and Rehab Services. Thank you for this partnership. As we think about the connection between Project Search and St. Mary's, I can't help but reflect on, this hospital opened in 1966. And it was from the Sisters of Bon Secours who had this vision of creating a facility to help the community and serve the community. And so today, fast forward, each of us here is their legacy. And you Project Search students know that you're the legacy of our sisters as well. And so when we talk about providing good help to those in need, you're also responsible for helping us carry out that mission. And whatever your next chapter is, we hope you take a piece of St. Mary's with you into that next chapter and that next journey that you're all embarking on. So again, over the years, as Tara said, these students continue to teach us how to look at things differently, look at ourselves differently, ask questions, and again, provide energy and spirit to bring good help to those in need. I just want to close by saying thank you again for what you do each and every day. God bless you all. Congratulations. And we look forward to what you do next. Alyssa?
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Alyssa Brooke. I work for VCU's Rehabilitation Research and Training Center, and I have worked with Project Search at St. Mary's Hospital for 14 years, so since we got started here. It's an exciting day. Every single one of these is exciting. Our graduates have put in a lot of hard work throughout the year. You guys have made it to the end of the program, and I'm really happy to be here to celebrate your accomplishments of BJ, Tommy, Amber, Jesse, Marky, and Charles as well. So the success of this program is due in large part to several dedicated agencies who strongly believed in the potential of these 6 interns to learn, to grow, to work, and to thrive as they transition from the world of school into the world of work and adulthood. I'm going to list out the names of the agencies. If you work for that particular agency, when I say it, just stand up and we will clap briefly and then sit down. Okay? Somebody from the Virginia Department of Education. We have the Henrico County Public Schools. So there are a lot of them. DARS, the Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services. VCU's Rehabilitation Research and Training Center. And of course, Bon Secours St. Mary's Hospital. So a lot of people should be standing right now. You work here, Jarrell, the rest of you. Okay. So we have a team that meets monthly with the on-site staff, and we provide support and we make plans for the future of the program. And I would like to recognize each of those team members for their hard work throughout the year. So from DARS, we have Rebecca Smith. Now, she is not here today, but she will continue to work with each of you guys into your employment to support you with your jobs, okay? From Henrico County Public Schools, we have Maggie Walsh and Rebecca Wood. Don't be bashful. Stand up. You're important. So, thanks, guys. Whenever we have questions or concerns, they're always there to help us problem solve and with options, provide options for our young adults as they are making this important transition. And we really appreciate the way that they just jumped in this year to give us a hand. And I'd also like to acknowledge the on-site team, more people who are sitting over here. From VCU, I would like to introduce you to Trilanda Roan. So, Trilanda joined us in February this year. She's a new employment specialist with our agency, and somehow she's only been here since February, which just doesn't seem right because she just fit right in and has already made a tremendous impact supporting our interns at all of the different project search programs that we have. We also have our employment specialists. I'm sorry, but I always think of them as a duo, Austin Miller and Bethany Moog Ayers. And my guess is that most of you, and especially the St. Mary's Hospital staff, are very familiar with these people. They have been with the program, each of them have been with us for a number of years. Not only do they work with the interns, they also support the 30 employees who have graduated from Project Search and still work here at St. Mary's. So these guys, these are the kind of people that anybody would want to have on their side. They are dedicated, sincere, and they're really good at their jobs. They are highly skilled. So one of our 6 interns has already started in a working opportunity, and they will continue to work with the rest of them to help reach their employment goals as well. Then from Henrico County, the first person I want to mention is Mr. Cullup is here today. And Mr. Cullup is closing his eyes, but he's a substitute teacher who has come in. And we need staff to run this program. And sometimes our staff need days off or have other things going on, and we still need staff to run this program. And so Mr. Cullup has been that guy for us this year, which we really appreciate. We also have, of course, another duo, the Cathys, Kathy Hobby and Kathy Liamides, in their purple. These ladies pour their heart, soul, and energy, which there is a lot of, into the betterment of each of the individual students in our program. They make the classroom lessons on employment skills engaging, real, and fun, and they also provide training to the interns on their job sites. I'd also like to acknowledge Tara Richards from St. Mary's, who has really been vital in her role as our Project Search business liaison. She's busy, okay? But she has made it known to our team that whenever we have questions or ideas to talk through, we can go to her, and she will make time for us. And we are here to tell you that Tara gets things done. So thank you. I've been on a lot of teams and part of a lot of programs, and this is a really good one. This team sets the bar high for the interns, and the incredible growth that we see in such a short period of time is largely due to them. And the support from all of the hospital staff. It's not possible without every one of you guys that's here. And lastly, I'd like to recognize a group of people here who are key members of each intern's team and will continue to be throughout their lives. So thank you so much to the families of our graduates. Thank you for trusting us and trusting this process. I know it isn't always easy, and we all hit bumps in the road along the way, but we made it to the end of the program, and I'm confident that the future is bright for each of them. So, thank you all for being with us today. Congratulations again, you guys. Congratulations to everyone, especially our graduates. You've learned a lot this year. You've all grown a lot this year. I'm not here every day, and every time I come back, I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. Your future employers will be very, very lucky to have you, and I can't wait to hear about how your jobs are going. So at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Leslie Hughes, the Chief Learning Officer for Henrico County Public Schools, to please come up.
Thank you for having me today at this wonderful celebration. I send regrets from Dr. Amy Cashwell, our superintendent, who unfortunately was pulled at the very last minute to participate in another endeavor, but I was honored to be able to fill in for her. If you know anything about Henrico County Public Schools, you know one of our North Stars or our direction is our Henrico Learner Profile. And that learner profile encompasses all of the skills and strategies that we want our students to learn and to be able to do when they graduate from high school. You all remember the learner profile. And it really calls out not only the academics, but those skills. Like we want our students to be able to communicate, and we want our students to be good citizens. And we pride ourselves, and that's what we want. And I think every intern here who graduated from Henrico County Public Schools and has now participated in Project Search and has graduated has demonstrated those skills. They were able to take what they learned in high school and carry that forward. And we're so proud of you, all of you, that you were able to accomplish what you've able to accomplish. And we're also proud that this is a community partnership. As everyone before me said, this is what we want, right? This is a community. We've come together, a hospital, organizations, a state agency, education, all for you. We're so proud of you, and I hope you keep in touch with Henrico County Public Schools, all of your teachers, all of your staff, everyone here today. We're cheering for you. We're very proud. So I want to give you a round of applause. Thank you. And at this time, I'll turn the presentation over to Alicia Atkins, School Board Member for Henrico County Public Schools.
It is a grand afternoon. It's a perfect day to celebrate each of you. In thinking about Project Search, I believe the relationship between Bon Secours and Project Search was around 2009. And in looking back at the number of students that have come through the relationship, somewhere over 200. And to think that it was that relationship back in 2009 and purposeful investment in people, in relationship, many partnerships, to include Henrico County Public Schools, of course. But to Dr. Hughes and those that spoke before me, it really is about community. It really is a village. And everyone has something to contribute because we love our children who are growing into young adults. And to the graduates, you are beautiful, clever, and you're going to continue to do wonderful things. You are special and loved. So I will close with simply saying that we love you and we are very proud of you. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? I can hear myself better now. Let me say it is an absolute honor to be here today. This is probably the best thing that I have got to do for a long time. And my own daughter just graduated, okay? Don't tell her that. So that's how I feel about Project Search graduations. It is just very meaningful. Like Alyssa said, 14 years, and it's so nice to see all of the past graduates here and support systems and families, and it's just a wonderful thing. So I want to introduce myself before I continue talking. I'm Sharina Sewell. I'm the District Director for the for the Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services, representing the Capital District. I work very closely with Rebecca Smith, who isn't able to be here today, but she sends her regards as well. And on behalf of DARS, I just want to congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishment today. Everyone here is here for you. And that's a big deal because you guys have done an amazing job all year. I do want to ask though, did you have some fun while you were in this whole process?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, that's good. It's important that you had fun. But I know that throughout the year, some of it was hard too. Because anytime you're learning new things, it's hard, right?
Yes.
It is. But you all have proven that you can do hard things. that just because things are hard, it doesn't mean that they can't be done. And with the continued support that you have from your families, your friends, job coaches, your DARS counselor, you will continue to be successful and continue to do hard things. Parents, I know this moment is very exciting for you. I know you feel the way I felt just a couple of weeks ago as I watched my own daughter graduate. And I want to thank you for allowing all of us, all of these entities to enter your lives and your sons and daughters' lives and to just allow us the opportunity to help them grow and be part of their village. Thank you very much for that. The last thing I want to leave you with, it's a little something I drew. You can't keep it, and I only have one anyway. So this is for graduates, interns, and families. You may not be able to see this from here, but it says visualize. I colored it. It's very pretty. My boss actually gave this to me, but I colored it. And I chose it because it really meant something to me, okay? So this is for you guys. Visualize means picture, imagine. Close your eyes and visualize. If I wanted to be on a beach right now, I would close my eyes and pretend I'm on a beach. But there's no place I'd rather be than here, so I don't have to visualize today. But anytime things get hard, and they will, as you continue to grow, as you continue to work, they're gonna be hard. Anytime things get hard, I want you to visualize, okay? I keep this on my desk because there are times I go to work and I don't feel well, and I have to work. There are times when things are challenging and hard, and I have to work. And there are times when things are just crazy, and I have to work. So I visualize myself achieving, I visualize myself accomplishing, I visualize myself doing an amazing job. So when it gets hard for you guys and you guys don't want to go to work, when it gets hard for you guys and you're having a bad day, visualize yourself doing something great because you are made to do that. We are so proud of you. I want to say congratulations to you, honor you today, and enjoy. Okay?
Hello, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here today. I have had the pleasure of having 3 of you students on my unit. I am Liz Worth, the nursing director for 5 West here at St. Mary's Hospital. And we always say that you learn from us, but we have learned as a group and so much from you all. It has been such an honor to have you students, as you come in, I would come on the unit, for example, and I would see that one of the students was there and you'd be smiling, and I could see the interaction with my staff. And it was like they were taking you in and you were just one of us as a family. That's what you were, and you are still. And the interaction that you had with the patients, I was so taken back. I would stand in the hallway and just listen and watch as you would knock on the door, introduce yourself, ask if you could come in, and as doing leader rounds, that was so impressive to the patients. They were so impressed with how you carried yourself, how professional you were, and how courteous. So having said all of that, you have meant so much to us, and I can't wait for the future and to see how many more students we can have on our unit, because you have really inspired not only me, you have inspired my staff. They really want to know when is the next student coming, because they really love having you, laughing with you, and y'all know some of the Brent and some of the students on our unit, how they joke around and they just enjoy having you and seeing you laugh and smile. So thank you. It has been my pleasure, and it's a pleasure to work in a facility that honors this type of program and really has a big part in it. So thank you.
Hello. We would like to take a few minutes to recognize the departments that have opened their doors to our interns. The internship experiences offer our students the opportunity to become fully integrated into a work environment where they find friends, mentors, and often develop meaningful relationships with patients. The interns enter Project Search with the desire to learn job skills and ultimately find satisfying employment. The departments and all of the staff are invaluable in making that happen. So now we'll spend a few minutes recognizing them.
And as we call out and recognize the departments, if you worked in that department, we would like you to come up and take the certificate. And if your manager or another staff is there, please hand it to them, okay? So the first unit is Bariatric and General Surgery.
Katie's coming right here.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. BJ, you can hand that to Miss Katie. You can, yep, right there. Perfect. Excellent, BJ.
Next, we have Materiel Management.
Thank you, guys.
We want to make a special shout out as well to LJ. He has been an awesome mentor for BJ, and we're just so happy. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, LJ.
Next, we have Environmental Services. Jesse? Do we have anybody?
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. Next, we have Labor and Delivery. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mother-infant unit. Amber, that's you.
Thank you, Ashley. Next, we have Endoscopy.
And Charles, he was not able to be here today, but he did a stellar job when he was working in endoscopy, and Stephanie and Chantel.
Yes, thank you both. Thank you. Laboratory services.
That's you, right?
Hold it up.
Yep. Yeah, Tara's gonna come up. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The Spine Center. The Spine Center, is that? Spine here. It says center. It's fine. Thank you for having us.
Pediatric Emergency Department. Yes, that was another unit that Charles worked on. We're sorry he can't be here today. Thank you, Jennifer.
Women's imaging.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Thank you. Inpatient Pharmacy.
That's you, Marky, right?
She's setting up to do it. Thank you so much. Awesome.
last and certainly not least, Pediatric Specialties.
Thank you all so very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. And congratulations, it's been said many times, to the 14th graduating class of Project Search at St. Mary's Hospital. And St. Mary's Hospital is the place that I want to start today. Since we got our start at St. Mary's here in 2009, I loved hearing about the mission and the values and the history of the hospital, and the fact that their goal in this hospital was to be world class. So the Project Search program, I decided, you know, if the hospital is inviting us to be a part of this community, then there's no reason why we shouldn't set as our goal for our interns to be world class. So are you just so-so, or are you world class? World class! Yes, you're world class. We say it every day before we go out to our internships. Hey, good. I'm glad. And you know, as someone else said, that doesn't mean that everything is going to go perfect, that everything is going to go smoothly for you guys. But what it does mean is that you're going to come to work every day, you're going to do your personal best in everything that you do, and you're going to continue to work on any challenges that you have. And that's what we saw all of you doing. So everyone gathered here together, whether it's your family, or your friends, or former teachers, or your supervisors and coworkers, we want to congratulate you for being world-class interns. And now we have high expectations that you're going to go out into the community and be a world-class employee somewhere. So, you know, we talked about, when you guys did an assignment in the office one day about what is a world-class intern. So you all have personal qualities that to us, you know, made you just world-class people to begin with. But I want to tell you something. The qualities that we see in you individually, are something that's missing in a lot of workplaces today. And I just want to, you know, recognize each of you individually for what those world-class qualities are. So I'm going to start with Charles because, you know, Charles finished the program a couple of weeks early. His family moved to Arlington, Virginia. And when I think of Charles, I think of that he was he was very efficient. He would have his checklist in hand and he would just be bustling around mother and infant and Pediatric Emergency Department and Endoscopy, getting the job done. And I know many of you that are in here probably remember his signature greeting and goodbye. It was always like, "Good morning, coworkers. Goodbye, coworkers." And we just want to thank Charles for just bringing that to St. Mary's. It was just so wonderful. Our second intern, when I think of him, I think of commitment. And even when he was not feeling well, he wanted to be at his internship every day. He didn't want to miss it. He wanted to come in and he wanted to do his work, and he wanted to do quality. Quality work was what he demonstrated in each of his internships. How refreshing is that to see? There's somebody that wants to do quality work. So I'd like to invite Marky to come up.
Hello everyone. My name is Marky Garabedian. My first internship was the labor and delivery unit. I liked stocking the empty patient rooms. It was nice working in the labor and delivery unit because everyone was so happy. My second internship was the laboratory services unit. I liked following tissue slides and putting them in the right order. I also liked doing the molds by size. My coworkers were sweet, kind, smart, capable, and very helpful. And finally, for my third internship was the pharmacy unit. I enjoyed taking the open runs because it was a very important job. I learned many things from my coworkers in the pharmacy. I like working in a quiet environment and working with a few people. At Project Search, I have learned to stay organized, follow directions, and how to greet my coworkers. In my free time, I like to go to Wayne and put together puzzles. I also like to do word searches and be with my family. I have 3 pet dogs named Mojo, Gus, and Theo. I don't like crowd places, but I do like the mountains because they're peaceful, and I like the beach.
Give me a second to get to your mom and dad. We'll get that to mom and dad. Thank you, Marky. The word that comes to mind for our second intern is connection. It was really important to him to take the time to acknowledge people, whether that was a patient or whether that was a visitor. And in a time, I'm sorry to say, when so many people have their noses in their phones, it's so wonderful to see somebody like Jesse Watson who wants to make that connection. Come on up, Jesse.
My first internship was the spine unit. I collect soil linen and
You stock supplies in patients' rooms.
I stock supplies in patient rooms. At EVS, I collect trash and
Back up just a little bit to get the recycling.
to get rid of recycling out
In Pete's clinics.
in peace clinics.
You cleaned and stocked patient rooms.
I clean stock in patient rooms.
Okay, what was your favorite internship? EVS, because
E-
you liked working on that team.
My favorite internship was this EVS. I like working with the team.
Okay. What do you want to tell what was your favorite part of coming to Project Search?
Because all the people are super nice.
Okay. What do you want to do after Project Search?
I can buy the church. I'm gonna work at a movie theater in the airport.
Who do you want to tell?
Thank you for everyone. Thank you for coming today, and have a great day.
Thank you. Sorry, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. The next intern reminds me of a commercial from 1970. And one of the lines from the commercial goes like this: "You only go around once in life, so grab all the gusto that you can." And in case you interns don't know what gusto means, it means energy. It means bring it on, let me do that. And that was our next intern, Amber Zigafus. Bring some of that gusto up here.
Hello. Hello, my name is Amber Zigafus. My first internship was women's imaging, which I collected soiled linen, folded the letters, and checked the gowns and sanitized the benches. My second internship was mother and infants, which I stocked empty patient rooms, bassinets, break room, nurses station. My third internship was the spine unit, which I stocked patient rooms, sanitized the break room, and clean the wild cards, and assemble admission buckets. I love mother and Why do I love Mother and Infant? Because I love stocking the bassinets for the cute little babies. While I have been at Project Search, I have learned how to self-advocate for myself. That stuck with me the most. I have enjoyed making friends with my co-workers and going to Miss Bethany's groups. And before Project Search ended, I got a paid internship at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. And I want to thank all my supervisors for letting me work in the units.
Nice. Perseverance. What a wonderful thing that is. This next intern was not willing to give himself a break if there was something that was challenging for him. He just set a new goal and decided to make improvements in the work that he did. And he truly embraced one of St. Mary's values, which is growth. And I'm just going to read, there's a little credo card that people carry around or have, employees of St. Mary's. And I just think this really explains our next intern. I embrace change, seek new opportunities, and promote self-renewal. And that is Mr. Tommy Leiby.
Okay, this stopped working when I was sick that one day. Thank you. Hi, my name is Thomas Leiby. My 3 internships were Peds Clinic, Spine Unit, and Labor and Delivery. I stocked empty patient rooms in Peds Clinic. I assembled admission buckets and learned to tie and take out soiled linen. And on the labor and delivery, I stocked empty patient rooms. I enjoyed all 3 of my internships because I had great great supervisors, and everyone was there to help me when I needed help. I've enjoyed everything from Project Search and being able to make new friends. And I enjoyed being here, making new friends, and I had always new opportunities, but I can't wait to take out with me out of this program. I just want to. I also want to thank everyone for the food. One good thing happened with when it came to nurses in hospital week. They always had those food going around. I want to thank everyone for those free food, which you can never go wrong with. You can never go wrong with free food. I want to thank everyone for allowing me to be here.
Okay, our last but not our least, right? Consistency is what we observed in this next intern. He worked on a patient unit that had a priority task that they really wanted him to focus on, and that was to keep patient rooms stocked with suction canisters in case of emergencies. And because of his consistency, he helped his unit meet 100% compliance when they were audited for having all the supplies that they needed. But also, I just want to say, just a little tidbit, this intern is a bit of a legend in the cafeteria. In the future, there may be a sandwich called the BJ. I just want you to listen very closely to BJ's speech to hear the details of that. Come on up, BJ.
Hello, everyone. My name's BJ 103. I have my internship with Bariatric Surgical Unit. Second internship is Rehabilitative. And the third internship is Materiel Management. I like stocking supplies, lab bags, take out soil linen, clean microwaves. Second internship is labor derivative to stock the carts, razors, small, medium, large gloves, ultrasound cart, computers, and the last is third internship is materials management. I got package delivery to all the hospitals and take box to recycling and trash to the dumpster. And my memory is meeting Miss Katie, and the second internship is to meeting with Miss Janice and Miss Emmy. And the third internship, the last one, is Mr. and Mr. Dan, Matt, William, and Mitchell. And I had good friends to eat lunch. I was sandwich with chicken salad, cheddar cheese, pepperoni, pickles, banana peppers, tomatoes, onions, mayonnaise, salt, black peppers, oregano, 70 seasoning, basil, sesame seeds, Old Bay, salted pepper, garlic. And I love to eat French fries. I love to play video games and watch movies. I love to work on GameStop or in another store. I would love to work electronic, and I would go to the beach. And I love to say thank you to my supervisors.
Very, very nice job, all of you guys. What wonderful speeches. I want to take the time now and invite Rebecca Wood up, and she is our transition facilitator for Henrico County Public Schools, and she would like to present to you your certificates of graduation.
Hello, everyone. Hello, graduates. It is my honor and my pleasure to be here with you today. There are so many of you that I've worked with for years, some even since middle school, and to see your achievements today and to celebrate them with you means everything to me. Mr. BJ Tinsley. Mr. Jesse Martin Watson.
I'll see you tomorrow at work. My reaction to me finding out his middle name.
Mr. Marky C. Garabedian. Miss Amber Leslie Zickafoos.
Good job. Nice for you.
Mr. Thomas B. Libby.
Thank you.
All right, it's huddle time, and we invite all of the former interns. Come on, Sean. Oh, he did? Oh, he did? Drew had, wait a minute. Looks like, it sounds like, no, he says go ahead. Come on up. All right, and Amber's gonna lead us.
I need to do this huddle.
Yeah, we are, no. Come on, get over here. Oh, yeah, Chris, come on. Come on, Anna. Come on, AJ. Come on, AJ. Come here. AJ's there. Amber.
Where are we?
St. Mary's Hospital.
Where are we here?
Children's Hospital.
Who are we?
Project Surgeons. And Drew wants to do a final blessing.
All right, well, congratulations. So very proud of you. It's a joyous day for sure. So I'm going to invite our graduates to stay seated, and everybody else, if you'd stand and join me in offering a blessing. If you'd like to raise your hand a blessing, you're more than welcome to do that. So our celebration here today represents the culmination, the end of your work this year. This blessing simply serves as a communal capstone to your success in completing this year's journey into deeper waters. So I invite our graduates to bow your heads. Creator of all that is, bless and approve our offering of these graduates here today. Their success emboldens each of us who experience adversity and strive to overcome the barriers in our lives. In the days, months, and years ahead, grant that they may come to know more clearly the purpose that their joy, their work, their learning, and their faith will play in your divine plan. May their boats be filled to overflowing, and may they experience the richness of your goodness. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody.